Welcome to the White House. I am President Barack Obama. What can I do for you today?
Nice to meet you, Mr. President. My name is Peter Schiff. I was wondering why you think a stimulus, which is just printing money, will somehow save the U.S. economy.
First and foremost, I would like to say thank you all for coming on such a hot day. I would also like to thank the beautiful state of Connecticut for inviting me to speak here.
Yes. How will printing money improve the U.S. economy?
Look, let's not forget, I inherited a country that was on the verge of economic collapse, and under my leadership we have come out of this hole. I ran on changing America, and it is what I am doing.
But don't you realize that by stimulating, ballooning the national deficit, and lowering interest rates you are doing exact same policy as George Bush? Low Fed funds rates caused people to speculate and do irrational things which were brought on because of the Federal Reserve, and now the Federal Reserve is doing the exact same thing again.
Look, every economist in the world, which consists of only Larry Summers, agrees that this is the correct thing to do. By the way, he went to Harvard. And so did I, so how can you refute what I am saying?
Harvard teaches Keynesian economics, which is wrong, so it means you don't know anything about true economics. Let me educate you. In order for capitalism to work properly, we need to have no government intervention, because it distorts the market, and government regulators only do what is right for the current administration's political agenda. The correct thing to do would have been to let all the risky financial institutions, auto companies, and Fannie and Freddie go bankrupt, so that the free market can restructure and start fresh and healthy. Instead, these institutions are on life support and are allowed to cause more damage.
Look, let me tell you something. If you want to go forward, you put the car in D. If you want to go backward, you put the car in R. Understand? The R stands for:
I get your stupid asinine analogy, but it does not make any sense. You are George Bush on steroids. There is no change. Do you understand?
Where is my teleprompter?
What?
My favorite food is pizza. Oh wait, there it is. My fellow Americans, let's remember that it took a long time to get into this recession. It is going to take a lot of hard work and time to get us out. And let me assure you that if we didn't act, things would be much worse. Government estimates are never wrong. Also, this recession may extend past 2012, so when it comes I can say I told you so. And the American people will give me more time to fuck things up. I mean fix things.
Oh my fucking God, Mr. President, you must be brainwashed. Also, extending unemployment gives people incentives to not work.
Let me point to Barbara, who is here in the audience. Barbara, would you stand next to me? Barbara is a hard-working engineer who has been laid off after 15 years of goodwill. Are you saying we should ignore her?
You are failing to realize that, if the government was not squandering the free market resources, Barbara would have a much better chance finding a job, rather than staying on unemployment. What will happen, if the economy does not pick up? Will you extend unemployment benefits indefinitely?
The economy will pick up soon. Every economist in the world agrees with me. They have very complicated charts and sheets which are very difficult to understand. Also, our government projections are never wrong. Have I said that before?
OMG, please someone kill me right now. Do you think socialism is really the answer?
Please do not call me a socialist. I am a capitalist in its purest form, with the exception of spreading the wealth around and nationalizing everything.
One last question, Mr. President. What will happen if our creditors want their money back?
Sorry, I do not understand. Are you speaking Japanese? Because I have no fucking idea what that question meant.
Let me explain. China is the biggest buyer of...
I am sorry, sir, but I have to catch my helicopter. I am going on a much-needed vacation to Martha's Vineyard. All of this socialism and impoverishing of America is hard work. The tyrant, I mean president, must rest. Goodbye.